You know that feeling, right? That sudden discomfort after a meal that you never used to have. Maybe it's bloating that makes your trousers feel tight, or a rumbling in your stomach that just wasn't there before. Or maybe things just aren't moving quite as smoothly as they used to. It can be really frustrating, even a little worrying, when your body starts reacting differently to the foods you've enjoyed for years. You might find yourself avoiding certain meals or always reaching for an antacid, wondering why your once reliable digestion has become so unpredictable. It's a painful reality for many of us as we get a little older. The digestive system just isn't as forgiving as it once was. We often put it down to just getting old. But sometimes, the secret isn't about a big problem, but about small, seemingly innocent things we eat every day that are quietly causing trouble. These aren't exotic, strange foods, but common staples that have changed their tune with our changing bodies. In this video, we're going to lift the lid on 5 of these common foods that might be silently harming your digestion now that you're over 60. We'll talk about why they might be causing issues and what simple swaps you can make. It's about making informed choices, not giving up everything you love. Watch to the end for something that will surprise you. Let's dive right in and start with the first food that might be causing more digestive distress than you realize. Those sweet, often convenient, breakfast cereals and pastries. Think about it. The breakfast aisle is full of bright boxes promising a great start to your day or a healthy choice. But many of these are loaded with refined sugars and processed grains, and are desperately low in the fiber our changing digestive systems desperately need. As we age, our digestive motility, that's the movement of food through our system, often slows down. Our stomach might empty more slowly, and the muscles in our intestines might not push things along quite as efficiently. When you pour a bowl of sugary cereal or grab a sweet pastry, you're essentially putting something into your system that digests very quickly because it lacks complex carbohydrates and fiber. This rapid digestion can lead to a sugar spike, which isn't great for overall health. But for digestion, it means there's little bulk to help move things along. The processed grains used in many of these products have had the bran and germ removed, stripping away the fiber that acts like a broom, sweeping waste through your colon. Without that fiber, things can get sluggish. This is a major reason why constipation can become more common after 60 and starting your day with low fiber. High sugar foods is like putting speed bumps all along the road. Beyond the fiber issue, the high sugar content in these cereals and pastries can also feed the less friendly bacteria in your gut microbiome. Yes, we have trillions of bacteria living inside us, and their balance is crucial for good digestion and overall health. When you consume a lot of sugar, you're essentially giving the bad bacteria a feast, which can lead to an imbalance. This imbalance, known as dysbiosis, can cause all sorts of digestive woes, including increased gas, bloating, and discomfort. You might eat that seemingly innocent bowl of flakes or a sweet Danish, and within an hour or two, you feel that uncomfortable fullness or that rumbling that signals unhappy gut bacteria. It's a quiet kind of harm because you might not immediately connect that morning treat with the afternoon bloat. You might think, "Oh, I just ate something that didn't agree with me," without pinpointing the daily culprit. Consider the impact over time. A daily habit of a sugary cereal breakfast means your digestive system is constantly dealing with low fiber and high sugar, potentially leading to chronic sluggishness and an unhappy gut environment. It's not just about that one morning. It's the cumulative effect. For someone over 60 whose system might already be naturally slowing down, this daily influx of easily digestible but low-nutrient material is adding insult to injury. It's like asking an older car to run efficiently on poor-quality fuel. It might work for a bit, but eventually, performance declines. So, what can you do about it? This isn't about deprivation. It's about making smart swaps. Instead of a sugary cereal, try opting for steel-cut oats or rolled oats. These are whole grains, much higher in fiber, which will help regulate your digestion and keep you feeling fuller for longer. You can add berries, which are also packed with fiber and antioxidants, or a sprinkle of nuts and seeds for healthy fats, and more fiber. If you love toast, switch from white bread to a wholemeal or multigrain bread with plenty of visible seeds. Read the labels carefully. Look for cereals with at least 3 to 5 grams of fiber per serving and minimal added sugar. A pastry might be a lovely occasional treat, but making it a daily habit is likely contributing to digestive woes. Try switching to a plain yogurt with fruit and a sprinkle of granola. Check the sugar on the granola too for a more gut-friendly start. These alternatives provide the fiber and nutrients your digestive system needs to function more smoothly, reducing the likelihood of that uncomfortable bloating, gas, and constipation. It's a simple change, but one that can make a world of difference to how you feel throughout the day. Understanding why that innocent-looking box of cereal might be an issue is the first step to making a positive change for your digestive comfort. Now, moving on from the sweet stuff we might grab in the morning, let's think about something savory that often finds its way into our lunches or quick dinners: processed meats. We're talking about things like deli meats, sausages, bacon, hot dogs, and prepackaged ham or turkey slices. These are incredibly convenient. Aren't they easy to make a sandwich? Quick to cook up. But they can be surprisingly tough on a mature digestive system. And here's why. Processed meats are often very high in fat. While we need some healthy fats in our diet, diets exceptionally high in saturated and processed fats can slow down gastric emptying. That's how quickly food leaves your stomach. This can lead to that heavy, full feeling that lingers for a long time after eating, sometimes causing indigestion or heartburn. Think about how your body breaks down fat. It requires bile and enzymes, and the process is slower than digesting carbohydrates or protein. A meal heavy in processed meats puts a significant workload on your digestive system. After 60, enzyme production can sometimes decrease, and overall digestive efficiency might not be what it was. So, that fatty sausage or that thick stack of deli meat on your sandwich might take much longer to process, leaving you feeling uncomfortable for hours. But it's not just the fat content. Processed meats often contain a variety of additives, including nitrates and nitrites, which are used for preservation and color. While the science on the exact impact of these additives on the gut is ongoing, some research suggests they can potentially alter the balance of gut bacteria in an unfavorable way. Remember, we talked about the gut microbiome. Adding things like nitrates and nitrites regularly could be contributing to that imbalance, leading to increased inflammation in the gut lining for some people, or altering the way nutrients are absorbed and waste is processed, for a digestive system that's already perhaps a little more sensitive or slower. This added burden of processing fats and navigating potentially irritating additives can amplify existing issues like bloating, gas, or even contribute to that feeling of an unsettled stomach. Another factor is the high salt content in most processed meats. While salt itself doesn't directly cause digestive movement issues like fiber does, high salt intake can lead to water retention throughout the body, including in the gut. This can sometimes contribute to a feeling of uncomfortable fullness or bloating. Furthermore, excessive salt intake has broader health implications, but specifically for digestion, the additives and fat are often the bigger culprits causing discomfort. Consider a typical lunch, a sandwich piled high with processed ham or turkey, maybe some crisps on the side. This meal is likely low in fiber unless you're on wholemeal bread with lots of salad, high in processed fat, and full of additives and salt. It's a recipe for a sluggish digestive system, especially if this is a regular occurrence. Compare that to a lunch with lean grilled chicken or fish, or perhaps a lentil soup, packed with fiber and easily digestible protein. The difference in how you feel afterwards can be dramatic. Making changes here doesn't mean you can never enjoy a slice of bacon again. It's about frequency and portion size. Instead of daily deli meat sandwiches, try switching to leftover grilled chicken or fish, or plant-based protein like chickpeas or lentils for your sandwich fillings. If you're having a cooked breakfast, perhaps have bacon or sausage less often, or choose leaner options where possible. When you do eat them, Pair them with plenty of fiber from vegetables or whole grains to help move things along. Reading labels can help too. Look for lower sodium options. Although the fat and additives are still present in most processed varieties, it's about being mindful that these convenient choices, while tasty, might be asking your digestive system to work harder than it comfortably can at this stage of life, potentially leading to that frustrating bloating, gas, or slow transit time you might be experiencing. Shifting towards less processed protein sources can be a real game changer for improving digestive comfort after 60. Next on our list of common foods that can quietly disrupt digestion after 60 are those wonderfully comforting dairy desserts, particularly ice cream and rich puddings. Now, dairy itself is a food group many people find challenging as they age, primarily due to lactose intolerance. Lactose is the sugar found in milk, and to digest it properly, our bodies need an enzyme called lactase. As we get older, it's very common for our production of lactase to decrease significantly. This means that when you consume lactose, your body can't break it down properly. Instead, it travels undigested into your large intestine, where your gut bacteria have a field day fermenting it. This fermentation process produces gases, lots of them, hydrogen, methane, and carbon dioxide. These gases are what cause the classic symptoms of lactose intolerance: bloating, abdominal cramps, pain, and often, urgent diarrhea or increased gas. So, that seemingly innocent scoop of ice cream after dinner, or that creamy rice pudding you've always loved, could be the direct cause of your evening discomfort. It's a quiet harm because you might not have been lactose intolerant when you were younger, and the symptoms might start subtly, just a bit more gas than usual, or a mild discomfort, before becoming more pronounced. But it's not just the lactose. Ice cream and many rich dairy desserts are also very high in fat and sugar. As we discussed with processed meats, high fat content slows down stomach emptying and can put a strain on the digestive system. Combined with the potential for lactose malabsorption, it's a double whammy for your gut. The sugar content also contributes, potentially altering the gut microbiome balance, as we talked about earlier. So, even if you don't have full-blown lactose intolerance, the sheer richness and sugariness of these desserts can be difficult for a mature digestive system to process smoothly, leading to indigestion and discomfort. Think about the scenarios: finishing a lovely meal with a generous helping of rich ice cream, or having a creamy milkshake. These are often enjoyed as treats. But if you consistently feel uncomfortable afterwards, dairy desserts are a prime suspect. It's easy to overlook because dairy has been a part of our diet for so long, and these desserts are associated with pleasure and comfort. But the reality is, our bodies change, and what was once easily managed might now be causing significant issues. What are the alternatives? Fortunately, there are many. The market for dairy-free alternatives has exploded in recent years. You can find delicious ice creams made from almond milk, coconut milk, oat milk, or soy milk. Many of these are also lower in fat and sugar than traditional dairy versions, adding another digestive benefit. Look for puddings made with these plant-based milks, or explore fruit-based desserts like baked apples, poached pears, or fruit salads. Sorbet can be a refreshing alternative to ice cream. Just watch the sugar content. If it's the creamy texture you crave, unsweetened coconut yogurt or almond yogurt can be a base for desserts with fruit and nuts. If you suspect lactose intolerance but aren't sure, try eliminating dairy desserts and perhaps other high lactose dairy like milk and soft cheeses for a couple of weeks to see if your symptoms improve. You can also try lactose-free dairy products, which have the lactase enzyme added to break down the lactose for you. This allows you to enjoy the dairy taste and nutrients without the digestive upset. Being mindful of how you feel after consuming dairy desserts can help you identify if they are contributing to your digestive troubles. And exploring the many delicious alternatives available means you don't have to miss out on treating yourself. It's about finding comfort that agrees with your changing body. Moving on from the creamy treats, Let's talk about a staple that forms the base of countless meals: white bread and refined pasta. These are often considered harmless components of a meal, familiar and easy to eat. But like the sugary cereals we discussed, they lack the crucial ingredient for smooth digestion after 60: fiber. Refined grains, like white flour used in white bread and standard pasta, have been processed to remove the bran and germ. This gives them a finer texture and a longer shelf life, but it also strips away most of the dietary fiber, as well as important vitamins and minerals. As we've already touched upon, fiber is absolutely essential for digestive health, especially as we get older. It adds bulk to your stool, which helps it move through your digestive tract more easily. Preventing constipation. Fiber also acts as a prebiotic, feeding the beneficial bacteria in your gut, contributing to a healthy microbiome. When you eat foods made from refined grains, they are digested and absorbed very quickly. This can lead to blood sugar spikes, but from a digestive perspective, it means there's very little material left to add bulk in the colon. It's like trying to push a tiny pebble down a long pipe. It's much harder than pushing something with more substance. Regularly consuming white bread and refined pasta contributes significantly to a low-fiber diet, which is a major factor in chronic constipation. A common complaint after the age of 60. You might eat sandwiches on white bread for lunch, have pasta with dinner a few times a week, and not realize that this lack of fiber is silently contributing to slow transit time and difficult bowel movements. You might just think, "Oh, I'm a bit blocked up today," without linking it to the foundation of your meals. Furthermore, the rapid digestion of refined grains can sometimes lead to that uncomfortable feeling of being hungry again shortly after eating, or cause a slump in energy. While not directly a digestive discomfort like gas or bloating, the way these foods are processed by your body means they aren't providing the steady energy and digestive support that fiber-rich whole grains do. It can feel like your digestive system isn't satisfied or regulated, contributing to an overall feeling of digestive unease. Think about a meal of white pasta with a smooth sauce, or a couple of slices of white toast with butter. These are easy to chew and swallow, which might seem appealing if you have dental issues or difficulty swallowing, but they are offering very little support to the rest of your digestive journey. The lack of fiber means your intestines aren't getting the necessary stimulation to keep things moving efficiently. The good news is that switching from refined grains to whole grains is one of the most impactful changes you can make for digestive health, and it's getting easier with more delicious options available. Instead of white bread, choose wholemeal bread, multigrain bread, or sourdough made with whole wheat flour. Look for breads where you can see the grains and seeds. For pasta, opt for whole wheat pasta, brown rice pasta, or pasta made from legumes like lentils or chickpeas. These alternatives are packed with fiber, which will help regulate your digestion, promote regular bowel movements, and contribute to a healthier gut microbiome. Making the switch doesn't have to happen overnight. You can start by replacing white bread with wholemeal for one meal a day, or mixing whole wheat pasta with regular pasta until you get used to the texture. Reading labels is key. Look for whole wheat, whole grain, or the grain listed as the first ingredient. Don't be fooled by terms like multigrain or wheat bread, which might still be made primarily from refined flour. Prioritizing whole grains provides your digestive system with the bulk and support it needs to function optimally after 60, helping to alleviate constipation and promote overall digestive comfort. It's a simple swap that can make a significant difference in how you feel day to day. Finally, let's turn our attention to something many of us drink frequently without a second thought: sodas and sugary drinks. Whether it's a fizzy cola, a lemonade, or those sweet fruit juices that aren't 100% fruit juice, these beverages can be surprisingly detrimental to digestion, especially as we age. The most obvious culprit is the high sugar content. Similar to sugary cereals and dairy desserts, the excessive sugar in these drinks feeds the less beneficial bacteria in the gut. This can lead to an imbalance in the gut microbiome, promoting the growth of gas-producing bacteria. The result: increased bloating, gas, and general abdominal discomfort. When you sip on a sugary drink, that sugar gets to your gut bacteria quite quickly, and they start fermenting it, producing those uncomfortable gases. Beyond the sugar, many sodas are carbonated. The bubbles are literally gas dissolved in the liquid. When you drink a lot of carbonated beverages, you're ingesting that gas, which can accumulate in your stomach and intestines, leading to belching, bloating, and a feeling of fullness. For some people, this gas can cause cramps and pain as it moves through the digestive tract. While carbonation might provide a temporary feeling of relief as you burp, the overall effect on your gut can be one of added pressure and discomfort. Diet sodas, while sugar-free, often contain artificial sweeteners and sugar alcohols. While these might not feed bacteria in the same way as sugar, they can have a laxative effect in some people, or cause bloating and gas as they are fermented by bacteria further down the digestive tract. The body struggles to fully absorb some of these artificial compounds, and their presence in the gut can disrupt the delicate balance. So swapping from regular soda to diet soda might eliminate the sugar problem, but it can introduce a new set of digestive challenges for sensitive individuals. Sweet fruit juices that aren't 100% juice often contain added sugars and sometimes artificial flavors or colors, which can also be irritating to a sensitive gut. Even 100% fruit juice, while natural sugar, is very concentrated and lacks the fiber of whole fruit, which can lead to rapid absorption and potential digestive upset for some. Think about how often you reach for a soda or a sweet juice throughout the day. With meals, when you're thirsty, or just as a habit, each time, you could be introducing sugar, artificial ingredients, or gas that is silently contributing to your digestive woes. You might feel bloated after lunch and not connect it to the cola you drank alongside your meal. You might have unexplained gas in the evening and not realize it's related to the sweet tea you had in the afternoon. Making a simple switch in what you drink can have a profound positive impact on your digestion. The best alternative, of course, is plain water. Water is essential for digestion. It helps break down food, allows nutrients to be absorbed, and keeps stool soft to prevent constipation. If you find plain water boring, try adding slices of lemon, lime, cucumber, or some berries for flavor. Herbal teas, like peppermint or ginger tea, can actually be soothing for the digestive system. Unsweetened iced tea is another good option. Just be mindful of caffeine if you're sensitive. Sparkling water can satisfy the craving for bubbles, but if you're prone to bloating, even plain carbonated water might be an issue. So listen to your body. Limiting or eliminating sugary drinks and excessive amounts of carbonated beverages removes a significant source of added sugar, artificial ingredients, and gas from your diet, giving your gut a much-needed break. It allows your beneficial bacteria to thrive and reduces the fermentation that leads to uncomfortable gas and bloating. It's a simple change in habit, but one that addresses a common, often overlooked culprit behind digestive discomfort after 60. So, we've talked about 5 common foods that might be quietly causing your digestive system grief: sugary cereals and pastries, processed meats, rich dairy desserts like ice cream, white bread and refined pasta, and sodas and sugary drinks. It's eye-opening to realize that these everyday items, things we've eaten for years, can become problematic as our bodies change with age. It's not about these foods suddenly becoming bad, but about how our digestive systems become less resilient, less efficient at processing certain ingredients like excessive sugar, processed fats, low fiber, lactose, and additives. The uncomfortable bloating, the embarrassing gas, the frustrating constipation. These aren't just random occurrences. They are often signals from your body telling you that something isn't agreeing with it anymore. The surprising truth I mentioned at the beginning, it's how common and integrated these foods are in our diets, making their negative impact easy to miss. We often blame age or other factors, but sometimes the biggest culprits are hiding in plain sight. In our cereal bowls, our sandwich fillings, our dessert dishes, our bread bins, and our refrigerators. But here's the truly encouraging part. Recognizing these potential issues gives you the power to make changes. You don't have to suffer in silence or constantly rely on remedies. Small, mindful adjustments to your diet can lead to significant improvements in how you feel every single day. Swapping that sugary cereal for oats, choosing lean protein over processed meats, exploring dairy-free or lactose-free alternatives, opting for whole grain bread and pasta, and reaching for water or herbal tea instead of soda. These aren't drastic overhauls. They are practical, manageable steps you can take, one at a time, to support your digestive health. Think about the cumulative effect of these small changes over weeks and months. A happier gut means less discomfort, more energy, and an improved sense of well-being. Remember, small changes can make a big difference to your health and happiness. Your body has served you well for decades, and by making a few thoughtful adjustments to what you eat, you can help it continue to function comfortably and efficiently. It's about nourishing your body in a way that respects its current needs. Taking control of your digestive health is a powerful step towards feeling your best. We'd love to hear from you. Have you found that any of these foods started causing you trouble as you got older? What swaps have you made that have helped your digestion? Share your experiences and tips in the comments below. Your insights could really help someone else in our community. If you found this information helpful, please give this video a like. It helps us know we're creating content that resonates with you and helps others find this valuable information. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos designed to help you live your best life at every age. Thank you for watching. Live your best life at every age.